Chapter 1, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe, Class 10, CBSE History. What is nationalism in 19th century Europe? Nationalism is a political concept. Nationalism is centered around societal unity, sharing ethnic traits such as language, culture, belief and tradition. It holds that every nation should govern itself free from outside interference. Self-determination is also an important part of nationalism. National self-determination appears to challenge the principle of territorial integrity or sovereignty of states, as it is the will of the people that makes a legitimate state. This implies that people should be free to choose their own state and its territorial boundaries. Now let us look into the forms of nationalism in Europe. England's Huguenotism, France's chauvinism and Germany's culture were the three militant forms of nationalism in Europe. Huguenotism is nationalism in the form of aggressive and proactive foreign policy, such as a country's advocacy for the use of threats or actual force, as opposed to peaceful relations, in efforts to safeguard what it perceives as national interest. Now, chauvinistic nationalism refers to excessive, unreasonable patriotism similar to Huguenotism. The word is derived from the name Nicolas Chauvin, a French soldier who, satisfied with the reward of military honors and a small pension, retained a simple-minded devotion to Napoleon. Cultural nationalism is nationalism in which the nation is defined by a shared culture and common language, rather than the concept of common ancestry or race. Now let us see what was the meaning of liberalism in early 19th century in Europe. For the new middle classes, liberalism stood for freedom for the individual and equality of all before the law. Politically, it emphasized the concept of government by consent. Economically, liberalism stood for the freedom of markets and the abolition of state-imposed restrictions on the movement of goods and capital. What was the result of nationalism in Europe? The rise of nationalism in Europe resulted from cultural, ethnic as well as political policies that led to the formation of nation-states and new national identities in the place of the former multi-ethnic empires. It began in the mid-18th century with the Age of Enlightenment. Thank you. For detailed notes and question and answers, log on to EDUGURU-Notes.blogspot.com. Thank you. If you like this video notes, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel.